This is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. Before taking any action based on the information provided on this channel, it is recommended that you seek the advice of a professional licensed financial advisor.
Let's do this.
Okay, so the never say die Bitcoin rally here seems to have not ended. And I've been talking now for days about all these bearish patterns that have been going on. And you can still see the overall bearish outlook, but there's a lot of temporary bullishness. I mean, there's a lot of volatility, which is great from a day trading standpoint, but the problem is the signs are telling us bearishness while we're getting these last minute pops like what just happened here with this giant candle, right? So I just wanted to hop on real quick and let everybody know what the charts are saying is going on. So we've got this downward narrowing wedge that it broke out of, went up into the orange wedge, and then it broke down out of, and that was easy to see was going to happen. But whenever you have a breakdown, you've got your last touch here, so that's when you draw a line out of here, okay? And this is the white line that I've got going across the top. This white line connects this point with this point, right? You've also got, I'm trying to think of what exactly is going to be the bottom. So you're either going to have a line going like this from here out. Let me make that white as well. So then you would have your first hit, your second hit, your third hit, and then you'll have, your fourth hit down here. It'd be something like that. Or you have, instead, what I've drawn here, this white line here with this white line here, which is kind of creating a symmetrical wedge. So if I zoom in a bit here, you've got this bouncing from here to there, to there, to there, and then you might have a breakout. This alert is going to be going off like crazy because it's bouncing back and forth over this alert. And this alert was actually set from way back here where I got into my first short. So let me get rid of that. I don't need that anymore. Okay, so like I said, you've got this bouncing, a hit here, hit there, hit here, hit there. So then I would imagine we're going to be looking at a break down here and then out. And here's why. Because this line broke down into the white wedge. And when you break down in, you break down out as a general rule, especially when you're on the higher time frames in 4 hour plus, essentially. So that's what it's looking like it's doing right now. We will see as this thing continues to unfold. You'll also see that I put a blue line at the top, and I got a blue line at the bottom, and the blue line at the bottom starts here. So we could be looking at here to here to here. Actually, it's to there. Let me back that out. Here, there, and then back down to here before we see something come up. But we don't know that this is here. For instance, this could just be more like this. We have no idea what it's going to be. And we'll know more as it unfolds. Now let's go look at the Ichimoku cloud here real quick, because knowing more as it unfolds doesn't really help us out any. On the Ichimoku cloud, obviously on the lower time frames, they're standing right up, but you can start to see here it turned. You can also see that this candle's way outside the Bollinger Band. So this is going to get pulled down to at least this level here. It just is. And then let me think what else here. Jump up to the 2 hour. 2 hours completed. We hit up here, we hit down here, and we hit up here. So we've just completed a 2 hour reset. So now the next most likely scenario is it's going to go down to hit the Bollinger Band on the 2 hour at the bottom like that. So we'll have another 2 hour reset, because the 1 hours and the 2 hours, those happen frequently, those resets. If you jump up a little higher on the time frame, go into the 8 hour, you've got the green and the red that are getting close to each other again, indicating that something could pop off. And you can saw as this dropped down here, it dropped down like that, getting closer to the red, which is a bearish indicator in the sense that if the green is coming down towards the red, it's heading more on the low side than the red coming up to the green, which is heading more on the bull side. So when that happened, you had this red candle come up. And now that they're close together, like they are, that's when it says something's about to pop, and it came up. Now, they're not close enough to where I really would have called this candle. This candle was more than I saw coming. I would have thought that it would have been much more reasonable, like maybe something that would have been, you know, like shot up to this point here maybe, and then kind of come back down to create another possible line here and a possible line here to create this downward channel. But that's not what happened. So we're sitting on this candle now. If we come up higher on the time frames to get a better idea, more long term, we had the Bollinger Band on the 12-hour get thin, which I was talking about yesterday, and then we've got this thinner channel coming out. We had this volatility here. It came down, did not hit, came back up, challenged it again. So now we have 1 and 2 that came out of the Bollinger Bands on the 12-hour. So now, the more, if you think about it like poking the bear, we poked the bear here, we poked the bear here, and now it's probably going to overcompensate and come back down. Let me see if I can find you an example of that elsewhere. Well, here, we poked the bear. Well, we got 1, 2. Like this whole side here was outside the Bollinger Bands, and then it came down. Then it came up outside the Bollinger Band again, and it came down. And then we're outside the Bollinger Band again, outside the Bollinger Band again, and I would predict that we have another coming down. Obviously, considering the overall longer-term ascending, broadening wedge, and then we've got the yellow ascending, narrowing wedge. This is going to break down out of there. This is going to break down out of there. So this is coming, but man, is it taking its sweet-ass time. I mean, it came up here, and I thought that was it. Nope. Then it came up here, and I thought that was it. Nope. Then it came up here, and I thought that was it. No. I mean, this might be it. I guess we don't know yet, but that might be it. So don't see this candle and start freaking out and jump into a long or getting out of your short at a loss or anything like that, because even on the, like I said, the shorter time frames, you're looking at this coming down in this area where the green and the red are turning. And I'd imagine on the 1 hour, it's about to be 10 o'clock here. This is going to turn sideways even further. Looking at the 30-minute, this has come sideways. So you're talking about coming down to 23,593. And I think you'd blow through the red on that and come down even further. If you look at the 15-minute, it's even more sideways. So right around the same 23.5. And you can see that it's already starting to come down now. And that, because you've got this enormous Bollinger Band outline here, this is going to continue to create the ball. It's going to form, around it like this before it comes into a narrowing. So this may, come down, break through, and kind of do this thing as it comes out into consolidation before it might challenge the line here and then go down. So I think you're going to be looking at, out in here before you start seeing some major movement, but there's no telling. I mean, it could just decide to come straight down like here. And instead of coming out this way, it'll actually come out this way. It just depends. I'll keep you guys posted. I'll probably put, 2, 3, 4 videos up today if this is what it ends up being. Some of them may be from my phone, but these types of quick analyses is what I'm going for.